When I got sent a gaming weapons crate in the mail, to be honest, I wasn't surprised to see a keyboard, mouse, and mousepad in there. Though when I saw it was from Creative, that's when I was surprised. This marks their first mouse and keyboard to enter the already highly competitive and saturated gaming peripheral market. And one has to wonder, can their products stand out? Well, let's find out. Welcome back to Tech City, this is Brian, and today we have here a keyboard with unique attributes, and upon pulling off the caps, I noticed there was some very unique switches from Omron. That's right, the guys that make those awesome mouse switches also make keyboard switches, and these are called the PRES, or short for Perceive, React, Execute Switch, which besides the name sounding a bit confusing, actually is really damn good. They are a unique switch but feel similar to a Logitech Roma G, which kind of feels like a mechanical brown with a touch of extra feedback and a spice of real force thrown in there. Anyway, besides the wacky description, they are actually really nice to type on and the noise is actually quite low. I'll let you guys take a listen for yourselves. Omron rates the actuation force at 45 grams, with the spacebar feeling a little stiffer, and the keys are rated up to 70 million actuations. In other words, something else like a cap will probably die on this keyboard before the switches do. Actuation distance is also at a distance of 1.5 millimeters, which in this case I found in a real world test, it was actuating at about 1/3 of the way down of a full press, which is great for competitive gaming. 26 key rollover is supported, and when doing my super spam test, I noticed that it didn't choke at all, so these claims do seem legit. The board features a 2-meter braided cable and with 2 gold-tipped USB headers, one for the USB pass-through, which is on the back of the keyboard, and the other for powering the keyboard and data transfer. The K08 weighs in at about 1.2 kilograms and has a nice matte black finish to it, and does include a wrist rest that is easily attachable and detachable. But I think it is a little too easy to detach and comes off pretty easy. Though it is a nice size and is quite comfortable. The lighting has 3 different brightness settings, and there's also a volume knob and a mute button, as well as Windows lock and media keys. There's also the SBX button, and that allows you to link in with Sound Blaster Studio. Looking further into the software, which can be used for both the K08 and M04 mouse, has a lot of functionality and is very straightforward with all the options you would want. You can control things like individual key backlighting and can save this to your own preset on the keyboard's hardware itself. There are some unique pre-made lighting effects too that look pretty cool and allow you to control the beats per minute. On top of all that, you can record macros and assign them to unique keys or even the side extra 5 macro keys, which can be additionally programmed and remapped, so you can use them in games like World of Warcraft, for example, as your num keys, or use them in games like Dota 2 as a macro for a character like Axe, for example. There's also adjustable polling rates and easy firmware upgrades. So lastly, I wanted to take a look at the M04 Siege mouse, which sits somewhere between fingertip and palm grip, but more towards palm grip since it is a larger mouse, weighing in at about 110 grams without cable drag. The sensor is the Pixart 3360 infrared and has support for up to 12,000 dpi and a 2mm liftoff distance, which through software can be changed to 3mm, which I found legitimately worked. The main 2 buttons and all other buttons are Omron switches, which are rated to 5 million clicks. The click could be described as a hard, snappy click, which is just how I like it. And the scroll wheel is firm and you can reliably use the center click without having to worry too much about scrolling up and down. There is also a side button that allows you to drastically drop your DPI for sniping and will make the mouse light up another color. When testing the input lag, there was virtually none, which is great news for the M04, and if I had to guesstimate, it would be somewhere between 0 to 2 milliseconds, and this is done via comparing it to what I have here, that is the Logitech G302, which virtually has no input lag at all. So it is verdict time, and both the keyboard and mouse impressed me, especially for their first release. I think Creative nailed it. Not only did they bring a unique keyboard to the market, but they also had their software, which was very straightforward, and the mouse performed really well with a high quality sensor and also extremely low levels of input lag that rival that of Logitech's. The keyboard switches were really nice to type on and game on, and everything felt of really high quality. The K08 keyboard is currently retailing around 140 US, and the M04 mouse is retailing for 65 US. As for AUD pricing and availability, it is intended to hit the streets, but no official word just yet. Lastly, the mousepad is also pretty nice too and is included with the limited edition creative weapons case that I received, which was sent out for review, and if you want to get one of these, they cost around $299, so there is a bit of an extra premium if you were to just buy these individual items separately. It's kind of like a limited edition thing. So what about the negatives? Well, the first and most obvious one there is that price tag. So it is pretty expensive for both the keyboard and mouse. And the second thing I noticed was the included wrist rest method of attaching and detaching could use some work. Though besides that, everything else checks out really nice. The backlighting is also really strong and some of the strongest I've seen. So those who want the option for bling will certainly get it with this keyboard. Anyway guys, that's about it for me today. If you liked this video, then be sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments section below, do you want to try the Omron PRES keyboard switches? They were pretty unique and I have to say that I do like them. I am trying them currently as my daily driver and they are really nice to type on and game on too. Great balance there, although they do feel a little bit different to both Top Rate and Cherry MX switches. Though I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions as always, and I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.